To make a formal entry, the following documents are required: a bill of lading, an airway bill or carrier certificate naming the consignee as evidence of the consignee's right to make entry, a commercial invoice from the seller with a description and value of goods, an entry manifest known as Customs Form 7523, or an entry immediate entry form known as Form 3461. This is normally filed by a customs broker automatically over the Automated Export System, known as AES. This system is an online tool to help importers submit and file export information online. You will also provide a packing list documenting the goods within the shipment. For example, a label on the outside of a carton might say, Box 3 of 5 containing 12 jars of grape jelly and 15 jars of fig jelly. It sounds silly, but make sure to state specifics on packing list. Should a customs inspector decide to test a grape jelly jar, they'll know exactly where to go versus opening each box until they find a sample. And keep in mind, customs is not in the business of repackaging. There may be other documents needed based on the specific goods, regulations, or permits. Inbound shipments to and within the United States are shipments intended for storage and/or for shipment to another destination outside the U.S. For example, a shipment from Toronto, Canada to Monterrey, Mexico will transfer inbound through the U.S. Inbound shipments postpone final customs clearance and payment of tariffs or fees. To ensure that the U.S. collects its duties in case an inbound shipment does enter U.S. commerce, Customs and Border Protection requires the posting of an import bond as security to guarantee payment. Note, arrangements for in-bond status should be arranged with U.S. Customs before the shipment leaves its country of origin, so in this case, before it leaves Toronto, Canada. Here are some key insights to make sure your products clear customs smoothly. Make sure all required information is on a commercial invoice. Make sure each item is separately listed on the commercial invoice. Make sure all documents are legible and consistent, actually preferably typed, especially between the commercial invoice and packing list. And make sure your goods conspicuously show the country of origin in English. Make sure that the markings on each box are clear and easily identifiable with those on the packing list. And finally, do not commingle goods. Commingled goods means goods which are physically united with other goods in such a manner that their identity is lost in a product or mass. This will definitely throw up a red flag with customs and possibly a potential security breach. Federal regulations require that you keep accurate records of your imports in their original form. Those records must be kept up to 5 years from the date of entry. Failure to maintain records, either intentionally or by neglect, leaves an importer subject to significant and rather expensive fines. One fine can be up to $100,000 if intentional, or 75% of the appraised value of the goods. The other, if negligent, can be up to $10,000 or 40% of appraised value of goods. If an importer has entered goods under a preferential duty rate and poor record keeping cannot support the preferred entry, their goods may be reassessed and applied a higher duty rate. Make sure your record keeping has clearly defined procedures and processes. Make sure it's well organized and able to be quickly referenced. Proper record keeping is key to a successful audit. If an auditor is not able to clearly understand your process, you can rest assured their visit won't be brief. For further information on customs and importing, visit the Customs and Border Protection site at cbp.gov. While you are there, check out some of the free importing and regulation guides that provide additional insight to ensure your success. This concludes Section 7, in which you've received insight on U.S. Customs. Select the next video tutorial to continue learning about global sourcing essentials. Thanks for joining us.